Hi, I'm Lisa Hayden with Channel 6 Central Kentucky TV, Community Focus on Washington County. We are happy to have with us today Bernard Smalley, who is the director of the Parks, Springfield City Park. Thank you, Bernard, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Bernard, I know it's cold outside and it seems like winter's never going to end, but it'll be just a matter of a few short weeks and we'll have a Little League baseball going on and Washington County High School baseball.
Yeah. Actually, Washington County starts the first game March 16th, and that's just, what, a month away?
Yeah.
It could be snowing then, but but they start the 16th, and our Little League tryouts be end of this month. It'll be in the papers, and it'll be note be going around schools. We'll have Little League tryouts first. Little League sign-ups first for about a couple weeks, and then late March when we start the T-ball, coach pitch, and all those sign-ups will be later. And
then so the kids at school will get notices on all those?
Yes, they will get notices.
So parents need to be sure and check the kids'
folder.
Folder,
yes.
Yeah.
And I understand most of them go out on Wednesdays, the folders. So next week I'll be going to every school and giving out paperwork. So next Wednesday they might look for the folders. Look in the folders.
Look in the folders. Right. So now, what ages now, Bernard, are they for each?
Little League baseball is age 9 through 12.
Okay.
Boys and girls. We have boys Little League and girls Little League, and that will be the first sign up for Little Leagues. And some 8-year-olds, if you're 8 and want to play Little League, you can play both. They made a rule you can play both Little League and then you can play coach pitch. So in the past we have several kids that play both as 8-year-olds. But our Little League program, I like to brag on it. We've been to the state 3 years in a row. Last year we had 2 teams. We had a 9 and 10 team, which was coached by Trey Purdom. 11 and 12 was Leonard Abel, was the head coach. And 11 and 12, the Bowling Green team that went to the Little League World Series, they beat our kids 5-3.
Wow.
And we was so close, and that group been together since they're 7 years old, and they all were 12 last year. But we played Bowling Green, a tough game. They beat us 5-3, and it's for a small town like we have, and those kids was able to compete against your Bowling Green. Bowling Green's got, for instance, we have 4 teams in our league. They probably have 12 to 15 teams in the league.
Yeah.
And so many more kids to choose from.
Amazing, yeah.
So, and I think our 9 and 10-year-old team had 7 9-year-olds on that all-star team, so they'll be back. So we can make a run again.
Got a good chance of going to the
back to the state.
Back to the state again.
And state's in Ashland, Kentucky. This year, last year it was in Paintsville, and this year's in Ashland, Kentucky. So we're looking forward to a great Little League season again.
Is Trey gonna coach?
Trey will probably be the coach again. I imagine he will be, and he does a great job with those kids. And so it is. It's gonna be a fun summer.
Year,
yes, it is.
So that's the Little Leagues, and then the girls have Little League too, and theirs is 9 to 12.
Yes, and of course we can't beat our old rivalry over at Marion County. They're good every year. Our girls, they pretty much, they have won the state. Marion County girls have won the state like 3 times.
Wow.
And I think last year Russell County girls made it all the way to Indianapolis. But we eventually break the ice. But Marion's awful good. They have a good program over there. So hopefully one of these days our girls can make it to the Little League state. We had made it to the Little League state since I've been park director. Several years ago when Paul Coulter and Chuck Abel was coaching, we made it to state 3 times. So, but it's been a while. It's been a while. It's been at least 12 years we haven't been to the girls' state.
It's time for them to go again.
Yeah, and with facilities we have, pitching in the girls is the main thing. You got to have good pitching, and like a lot of these girls now are taking pitching lessons, because if you have a good pitcher, and
Makes a
over Marion
difference.
County, they load it with pitchers. So,
Are they using our
Yes.
indoor facility
Yes.
at the park?
yes, they are.
Okay, great.
And I think somebody was there last weekend giving pitching lessons. So that's
good.
been a big help for our facilities, because every day it's somebody's in there until about 9 o'clock every night.
Yeah. So then and the baseball team, the high school baseball team, I guess has started working.
Well, they have their own indoor facility now, and it's a tail center up there, but it's really nice. That they can.
Oh, up at the high school
Yes.
itself, they have their own facility.
Yeah,
Okay,
they have the football team uses it, soccer team uses it, the band uses it, boys and girls, softball and baseball use it. So it's a nice facility, and every now and then they still use ours some, but they do have a nice facility now, indoor.
Now, so then you have the coach pitch, which is, what's the ages?
Coach pitch ages are, well, we break it down. T-ball is 3 and 4. We have
Okay.
three and 4, and then we have what we call minor league, which get the kids ready for coach pitch. It's all mainly 5-year-olds.
Okay.
They have their own league. Then we have coach pitch, which is 6, 7, and 8-year-olds.
Okay.
And last
And
year,
that's boys and girls.
yeah, we have
So-
boys teams separate. Yeah, boys teams. I think last year we had 6 boys teams of coach pitch and 4 girls teams.
Okay.
And last year it was, it's all about the kids. My motto is all about the kids. And the winners of each league, we gave them like rings. I mean, you thought those kids had $1 million. They got those. They was like, oh my gosh, we getting these, just seeing
Yeah.
the smile on those kids' faces, something like that. That's what
That's what you want.
Yes.
Yeah. And so that season for Little League will start first.
Yes.
And that will be in
End of April.
end of April.
End of April, Little League start, and it'll run through end of May, because the tournament, like the Little League district tournament, the boys will be at Dairy County this year. That will run like the last week of June, and the girls will be at Marion County, and that is like the 14th, 15th, 16th weekend of June. And we'll have coach pitch and T-ball and all that will start mid-May, right when the time
When
they get out of
school's
school.
out.
Well, you'll know when T-ball starts, because everybody, the uncles, grandparents, and the park will be full. There's not a parking. You can't find a parking space on Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at the park during the summer, and which is that's great to have. But everybody's like, what is going on? T-ball, coach pitch, the younger kids in action. So that's great.
Well, there's nothing more fun to watch
It is
than
true.
those little ones, and how much they enjoy it, and so it's really fun. And then so now, are you going to be in need of coaches and umpires this year?
Yes, I'm pretty good on umpires right now, but coaches, which you got to go through if you want to coach. When you sign your kid up, I have an application for the coach to sign, and every coach got to have a background check, which is good. Working with kids, we got to connect it with. We get 125 free background checks. The Little League allow you to do that, so that's great. That's great to have, and we don't go over 125, so all the background checks.
How many coaches do we
We have
get?
close about over 100. It's over 100. Everybody,
Combined,
you have people wanting to help. In the past, I've had people, parents. They want to help during practice. No, if you want to help during practice, you still got to fill out
The
background check. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. So you're going to need coaches, but umpires, you're
Umpires, we're pretty
good on.
pretty good on umpires, but we always have the same one. Felix King, he's one of my main umpires. Him and Joey Spalding, they've been calling for me about 15 years.
Oh, okay.
And they do an excellent job for me. So they told me a couple weeks ago that they'll be back because they enjoy working with the kids. And The other leagues, I have different umpires, like high school kids that get done. They'll come and help umpire the girls or coach pitch. So we have a lot of umpires, and but still.
Now, are they required to do a training, the umpires?
Right.
Most of them.
Most of them, we have books. We just let them read, and most of them know what's going on. We got a set of rules, so it's not. And you got to be 18 though. You have to be 18 to be an umpire.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I mean, it's good money.
Yeah.
I mean, for kids, umpires, your little league umpires get $30 a game.
Oh.
Yeah, and your coach pitch umpires get $25 a game. And, and you take 3 games a night for coach pitch. That's $75.
Yeah.
That's good money for a high school kid.
Heck yeah.
And that's 3 nights a week.
Well, that's really good. Yeah. Well, good. So you do have a lot of those young people that are
to keep score. A scorekeeper is $10 a game, and bookkeeper's $10 a game. So it's So take
that's
a lot
where
of
your city taxes are going.
Yes.
All for the for our young people who are going to be the ones in charge of this world one of these days.
Yes.
So we've got to get them going on the right foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this. I started something new, kind of this year. What I'm doing now, a little like all our teams, to help the city on cost a little bit. Like for instance, we have a little league team, the Reds. So I'm getting sponsors. So anybody out there want to sponsor a team, it's $250 a team. And what happens is, say, for instance, I got Snappy Tomatoes already. They have Snappy Tomato and in the outline, and then the Reds on underneath of it.
Okay.
And each kid that's on that team will have, it's a big good sponsorship, and it's for the kids.
Well, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
how many kids is that?
Oh gosh, I'm doing it for one team. I'm doing it for boys and girls little league. If I can get enough sponsors, I'm gonna try to do it for the whole T-ball and everything.
Oh, okay.
But I'm working on it. I think I can. I think I can get 25 sponsors.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kids, so.
Yeah. So that would be really nice, and that's good advertising for the businesses, you know. Because
they'll see a kid, the kids, they get to keep the T-shirt and the hat, and that sponsorship name will be on it.
Yeah, yeah.
So if
on the T-shirt.
On the T-shirt, yes.
Yeah. So
if you're interested in sponsoring a team, you can call the park 859-336-5475. And just let somebody at City Hall know.
Yeah, yeah. So that's great, Bernard. I think that's a wonderful idea. Well, because costs do get expensive. We've been talking about that recently.
Yeah.
People don't realize what it costs to run a park.
No.
And the lighting and the fields, and what did we estimate on that recently?
I don't know. It was a lot, but I tell you, before Little League's first pitch. You got to get Pennsylvania. You got to be sanctioned. It costs $1,000 before you throw your first pitch, because you got a charter. You got to have a charter with Pennsylvania, and before the first pitch is $1,000. Okay, you go through 20 dozen baseballs for Little League, only Little League, and they $45 a dozen, and now they make you have to. Different bats, you gotta have every year for safety reasons. So it
adds up.
And we're not, I'm glad for our city council. We don't, other places we charge $40 a kid. Other places, come on now, $7,500 a kid. That's not. I don't agree with that. And we just charge a little $40 fee. And they get a $20 hat and a $15 shirt out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I had a guy call me the other day. He's like, "What are y'all charging?" I told him. He's like, "Down here they charging $100 a kid." I was like, "Come on, And
in addition to that, Bernard's, we've given some scholarships.
Yes. Yeah.
For kids that cannot afford.
Yeah. Right.
We don't want a kid not to be able to play just because they can't afford the fee.
We'll find a way.
We'll find a way.
And when the kids sign up, you know the ones that need a scholarship.
Yeah.
So, and we want all kids, to play.
Yeah. So, and it's great to be out at the ballpark, and then we're getting ready to plant some trees. We were talking about, and I believe that if anyone, because we've done this before with trees we've planted at the park and in the city. If anyone would like to do a in memory or honor of, we can put that in front of the tree. And we're getting ready to plant several trees to try to get some shade out there. So I always say if anybody would like, I think it's a good way to honor someone or in memory of And I know there's one out there that Mike has.
Right.
So it's planted, and get a little plaque on there. And then I think some of the improvements that are being made, in addition to the trees, are some, we're talking about some benches or, what was it?
Shade, like if you've been to the park, there's not much shade. So, the council talking about putting over by the concession stand, area where people can sit and watch a game and still be under the shade. So we're working on that, and I think the top up there is going to be blacktop again, re-blacktop.
Yeah.
And it's nice, improvement. Every year we have something different. And one thing I can say is going to be new, and it'll be in the paper. In the past, we had a little problem with dogs last year. So now the council came up with up out of the ball fields, it's no type of dogs allowed. I don't care if you have a 3-pound dog, 80-pound dogs. It's no dogs will be allowed in the playing area. If you want to walk your dog on the track, that's fine. And down by pavilions, it's okay. But there'll be signs up. No dogs allowed.
Yeah.
City ordinance.
During the ball games.
During the ball games, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's something new. And when you ever get something new, we're going to try to get it in the papers and on the radio before we start. And still be signs up. People, they'll see the sign. Some of them think it don't pertain to them. It's like no smoke. And actually, it's no smoking out to the park. And people, now I just point at the sign. They're like, oh, we didn't know.
Yeah.
But that's good.
And that got enforced pretty well. People, because really, we don't need all that.
No.
And we don't need dogs up around, even though they're supposed to be on a leash.
Yeah.
And they are on a leash. They just don't need to be up around the ball field when the kids are playing.
Right. And in most, you hear it everywhere. Well, he won't bite, she won't bite. And a kid are always going to pet the dog, and you just don't know about animals.
Yeah.
But that'll be something new, and it'll take a while for it, but it'll work out.
Yeah, yeah. So there'll be signs posted on that, and it's going to be And then, and also, what about the new equipment we have?
The Rotary Club. I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot all about it. What it was, $4,000, almost $4,000 worth of equipment. It's up by the tennis courts, below the basketball court. New equipment. Glenn Manley and his crew did an excellent job, and Mike that works for me, Mike Hanlon, put in this equipment. It's a monkey bar, I know. It's a set-up bar. It's something there where you can work with your legs. It's like 8 different stations. And it's pretty nice, and I think Councilman Chuck Poland are already using it, putting it to use. So that's there.
And it's for all ages.
All ages, yes, all ages. So that's we appreciate the Rotary Club
as well as children.
Yes.
So anyone that's out to the park and they're walking the trail around the park, they can stop and take advantage of the, because it it works your muscles pretty good,
True.
doesn't it, Bernard?
That's true. And somebody will ask, well, what about getting vandalized? I said, well, it's cameras at the park. It'll be cameras on that playground equipment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it won't be, if it's vandalized, we'll know who
Yeah.
vandalized it. So
And why anybody would
know.
want to do that is beyond me anyway. I mean, for goodness sake, those are there, you know, for people's enjoyment. And so that's just ridiculous,
yeah.
isn't it?
Well, you know, at home I can pull up my phone and look at the cameras. Like several times last year, it was like 10 o'clock at night. There's some kids down there jumping on tables and messing with them. So I just call the cops, go out to the park. There's somebody out there doing something they weren't supposed to. So that's great. And, you know, we got cameras there to help out. But, you know, we have a nice facility. And we bought, how much more new land? Was it 10 acres? Almost 10 acres of new land.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what's going to happen there yet, but
That's right.
but I know we need more parking and
Yeah.
we need a lot of things. So
Is it 10 acres?
I think it's almost 10 acres.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be beneficial, and we hope to have some things, yeah, that we're going to get going in that area. So we shall see. And then seems like there's something else out to the park that's, don't forget pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball. Yeah, pickleball is big. You play it on the tennis court, and it's not that big, but size court. But everybody now is pickleball is taking over. Pickleball. I think
and
now
you have a regular tennis racket.
you have
or is it a?
It's not a tennis racket. It's one of those.
Like a.
Not ping pong. Almost like ping pong.
Okay.
Yes, and it's big. It's because
Paddle ball?
paddle ball, like, yeah.
Okay.
And I think last year before it got hot, 2 nights a week they was at the park. Now they play up at the Armory 2 or 3 nights a week. So.
And and you have like a tennis ball.
You have like a little plastic ball.
Uh-huh.
It's not a tennis ball. It's plastic, and somehow you hit it over, and then it's
Hit it over
almost
the
like
net,
tennis. Yes.
Like tennis.
Yeah.
But you don't have as far to.
No.
You're not
maneuver,
all over the court.
No. If you had knee surgery or whatever, you can play pickleball. Anybody can play pickleball.
And so there's a lot of adults playing it, I know.
Yes.
All ages, all different kind of conditions.
Yes.
And you have several on a team, correct?
Well, you can play singles or you can play doubles, just like tennis. It's singles or
okay.
doubles, yes.
Oh, okay.
And
so it's no more than two on each
no more
side.
than 2 on each side, yes.
Okay. And then if whoever wins that will play another team, or
Yeah.
is that how? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So
Yeah.
I say it's getting big. We'll probably have a pickleball tournament this summer. I mean,
Yeah.
it's fun and it's pretty neat. And I think everybody, at the park director from Lebanon called me, Joseph Lewis. He's the park director. They're gonna work on their courts, putting pickleball in, because pickleball is getting bigger and bigger.
Now, how does someone, if they want to play pickleball, I think all they have to do is show up at the park.
Yeah, show up at the park. Yeah, and it'll be in the papers. I think at a certain night they play. Last year it was Wednesday nights, but it'll be in the paper. I can't think of the lady that
We'll have to advertise it on Channel 6.
yeah.
We'll put it in our.
the lady is big on it at the right by the IGA.
Kay Israel, who's the physical therapist?
No, not Kay.
Oh, no.
It's Shelly. I can't think Shelly's last name, but she's big on pickleball.
And so all you have to do is just you think it'll be Wednesday evenings probably?
Yeah, start
Usually
once the
around-
weather,
once
6
the
o'clock,
weather-
once the weather breaks.
6 o'clock?
6
Okay.
o'clock, you want to play pickleball,
Yeah,
just show up.
yeah. So that'll be fun at the tennis courts.
Yeah, I hope to see
Yeah.
you there, Lisa.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I want to
enjoy
get
it.
out there.
You enjoy it.
Yeah. So, well, is there anything else we need to discuss today, Bernard?
No, I don't. I think that's
that
everything.
covers it pretty
I
good?
appreciate you.
So let's say that if they want to, anybody that wants to sign their children up for anywhere from well, what about the league above?
Well, we plan on starting. They have a middle school baseball and softball, but I'm trying to get Babe Ruth back.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
That's 13, 14, 15-year-olds. So that starts in June. So I'm working with Bloomfield and surrounding counties to see if we can get enough teams to, we play over here one night, play over, say, Lebanon one night, whatever, if we can get enough teams. So we can bring it. That group just made it to state tournament 3 years in a row. They all 13 now, so they play middle school, but they still,
They need something in the summer, don't they?
Yes.
Well, good. That'll be great. So for any of the sign-ups for ball, they just need to call the park.
Well, they'll have a sheet, and we'll have the sign-up dates. It's last Saturday from 9 to something, but it'll be a sheets at the park to show up, and it'll tell them, what time and how much and this and that. So
they'll show up at the park.
Park, yeah. Down the batting facility.
Yeah. So that'll be in their note that they take home from school.
Yes.
As to what date that's going to be. Do you know that date yet?
The last Saturday in February, is that the 29th?
That's 29th.
29th.
Yeah. So that'll be, and so that'll be right around the corner. And then, then Bernard, if anyone has any questions, and they can call you at the park and what's that number again?
859-336. 5448. I gave the school's number.
Did you
the
give
basketball coach? Yeah, it's 859-336-5448.
Okay.
Is the park's number?
Okay. Well, they can look it up. Springfield City Park. So it's under Idlehour Park.
Idlehour Park, yes.
Idlehour Park.
And I have a force machine there. Just leave a message.
Okay.
And another big thing we do have at the park. It's starting in March. The pavilion rentals. That's, you talking about big. That's we have 4 pavilions, nice pavilions.
Right.
And they last until October. They start in March, and every weekend the pavilions are in it.
Yeah. So if you haven't registered for your family reunion yet, if you're looking for a pavilion
you better
out
call.
at the Idlehour Park, you better go ahead and call.
Yes, and they start calling in January.
Yeah.
So
because they're nice pavilions, and with playground down there for the kids to play and stuff. So So, well, Bernard, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for you all for having us.
Looking forward to a good season.
I hope so. Knock on wood. Hope so.
Yeah. So thanks.
All right. Thank you.